This video is sponsored by Phoenix Pharos cards. If you need supplies of singles or splits for Cardfight Vanguard, especially the ones in the video, do check out Phoenix Pharos cards today, and as a bonus, use the promo code MetaNerd to get an amazing 5% discount. And with that being said, let's get on with the video. Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the MetaNerd channel. I am Marcus, bringing you another video for Cardfight Vanguard DivineZ. In this video, we'll be going through the next quick start boss unit that was being revealed like some time ago, and I finally got the time to deal with it. And this video will probably be the last video for 2023, as you know, by the time this video is up, it should be the end of 31st of December for my region. In any case, we finally do get an Angel Feather boss unit that we don't really get for the 2 years Overdress has been a thing, or rather D standard has been a thing. As per Angel Feather fashion, this is the first Keter Sanctuary that actually superior call stuff from the drop zone as opposed to focus solely on the damage zone. Not to say that it's bad, it's just like it's out of place for some reason. But in any case, it does bring some new ways in terms of playing Keter Sanctuary. Without further ado, let's take a look at what the new Angel Feather boss unit for Keter Sanctuary brings to the table. First, we have the Grade 1 Rideline carrying Sage. Although when this unit is rolled upon by Knight of Calming Silence, Swithelm, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a Grade 2 or less normal unit, you may call it to Rigor Circle. If you did not call a card, put that reveal card into hand. Choose a card from your hand and discard it. Continuous Rigor Circle. During your turn, if you have a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Sarevsael, the Grade 3 boss unit in its card name, this unit gets 5k power. So it's a little bit different in terms of the plussing side. This card technically is a plus, both in terms of superior calling the top card of your deck, as well as the card that you discard for this card's requirement. The discarding card can be an advantage, depends on what you are discarding, and we do have a few options within Keter Sanctuary that activates their skills upon discarding. And since during the whole interaction of this skill is in the right phase, almost all of the skills that requires you to discard them is able to activate. I mean, this is only like one of the examples that I can give you. This card in particular is able to superior call herself when she's being discarded on the right phase, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually a really good synergy here in terms to activate some of the skills that needs to rely on other skills. It's actually a really good interaction, and you could possibly maximize your value from all of these skills. But of course, it comes down to whether or not if it's worth it to even run all of these cards in replace on some of the more important cards you want to run inside the deck. The usual 13k booster is okay. It's not like it's any different from any of the other quick start deck that we see so far, but similar to Dark States, where this card is able to be superior call by using the Grade 3 boss unit. Since that Grade 3 boss unit superior calls from the drop zone, it means that if this card is in a drop zone, you can just superior call him out and you have a 13k attacker. Not too bad, but of course, due to how limited that you are superior calling from the drop zone, I don't think you will want to superior call this all too much. That's pretty much it for the Grade 1. It's pretty straightforward and it doesn't really bring anything new, at least for now. Who knows, once in the future there might be more stuff that actually interacts more with this Grade 1 Rideline. For the Grade 2, we have Knight of Calming Silence Swithelm. Although when this unit is rolled upon by a Grade 3 card with Sarevsael in its card name, apologies for the name, I don't really know how to pronounce this name. Choose up to one Grade 3 or less card from your hand and call it to Rigor Circle. If you call a card, draw a card. Second skill, Continuous Guardian Circle. If you have a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Sarevsael in its card name, this unit gets 10k shield. Basically, this card maintains the hand while building a board, is super nice. The only other times they actually see this kind of skill is locked behind a Counter Blast one, but you just ride your Grade 3 boss unit on top of this and you just superior call any card from your hand and you draw a card. Very nice plus, I would say. This card also acts as a 15k shield like all the other Grade 2 Ridelines that we have seen currently so far. The plus side to this card is that since Sarevsael is able to superior call from the drop zone, this 15k shield is actually quite nice. It's quite a nice target to be superior called by Sarevsael, at least for a more defensive play. For a more offensive play, you have other better offensive options to call rather than this card here. It's a pretty generic skill and I don't think there's a lot to talk about, at least for now. Moving on. Next is the boss unit, Salvation Wing Angel Sarevsael. I think that's it. Active Vanguard Circle once per turn. Cost Counter Blast 1. Search your deck for up to one card with the same card name as this unit. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Shuffle the deck and this unit gets 10k power until the end of turn. Second skill, Auto Vanguard Resurgent. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, cost Energy Blast 4, choose a grade 3 or less normal unit from your drop, call it to Resurgent, and it gets 10k power until the end of turn. Like all the other boss unit, this card has the typical Persona Right skill searcher as well as the 10k power bonus for a counter blast. I mean, every single boss unit is gonna get this skill, including the other two that we will be covering next year. With the ability to superior call anything from the drop zone is super nice, be it only superior calling one card for the extra attack. I think it's fair enough for a quick start boss unit. You can go either one of two routes. You can go really offensive or you can go really defensive. Depends on who you are calling on the 4th attack. Since this card does provide power to whatever unit that is superior called by this skill, even a defensive unit is somewhat of a decent target to be called due to the fact that this card provides power as well as the superior called defensive unit provides some defensive shield, which is super nice. However, I think the best option for you is to introduce more powerful attackers inside this deck, because why do you want to rely on defensive side if you can dish out as much damage as possible? You don't really want to rely on the defensive play of Cardfight Vanguard if you're able to. One of the best example of a powerful attacker for Keter Sanctuary that I recommend is of course going to be Suggest. Suggest is both a offensive as well as a defensive attacker for Keter Sanctuary. The defensive side is because this card is a 10k shield whenever the opponent starts to dry check trigger, which you can then recall Suggest back out from the drop zone, because after you guard with Suggest is going to the drop zone anyway. You're able to superior call this card back out as a big attacker, provided the opponent does damage check a trigger. And not only that, you could rearrange the top few cards of the deck to increase the chances of you dry checking trigger. Yeah, this card I think is a really good option for this deck. Very good synergy here, and of course it's going to be very disgusting, but it still depends on how good the other supports for this boss unit in order to take full advantage of the skill. Last but not least is of course going to be Resurgent Dragon, the only different support card from the other nations. Although when this unit is placed on Vanguard from drop zone, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets 10k power until the end of turn. This card is relatively straightforward. He's basically going to be the main big attacker that you will want to dish out, that you will want to superior call out by using Sarevsael's skill. And I think this is the only card out of all of Keter Sanctuary support cards to activate its skill when he's being called from the drop zone. You don't really see restrictions like this inside a Keter Sanctuary deck. Most of them are just on place or, you know, on play from the deck. This card is going to be a 30k attacker after calling this card out with Sarevsael's skill, 10k from its own skill as well as 10k from Sarevsael's skills, which make this a really huge attacker if of course you want to go for the push turn. Sadly, there's not really like a lot of other cards that superior calls from the drop zone. I think there is, but I don't think you will be running this card outside of this deck here. Not too bad as a starting point for new players. And that is all for this video. Do let me know down in the comment section of what you think of Sarevsael. I'm pretty hyped to see more this distinct playstyle other than, you know, superior call from the top deck or superior call from the deck or superior call from the hand. But to see a superior call from a drop zone inside a Keter Sanctuary deck, that is honestly a very interesting direction to take Keter Sanctuary into. Do like and subscribe if you like this video, and of course during the bell notification icon so that you don't miss a video I upload. With that being said, I'll see you all on the field.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.